Buddy Mike here, head trader, True Trading Group. May 24th is about implementing a previous lesson, and it's really about patience. And I made a video a couple days ago about why it's important to scale out in front of resistance levels. And that exact lesson really made my entire day today. In the morning, I went after a couple of trades. I went after CHCI, IFON. I'll just take you to my trade announcements. It's easier. SBOT, guys, I went after SBOT, CHCI, I went after IFON, and then I went after CHCI again. CHCI is where I made the bulk of my profits. I'll get back to the chart and I'll take you guys back to my trade announcements. I'll walk you through the trade. But I was very choppy in the morning. Like I was green and I was red and I was green and I was red. I couldn't like get in the flow. I couldn't get momentum. I couldn't get my feet under me. And I was like, it was very choppy. I was winning trade, losing trade, winning trade, losing trade. I was going very back and forth. And then this CHCI trade that required the patience of a saint paid me big in the afternoon with a 29% gain. And what I'm going to talk to you about right now is, if you have not seen that video that I made a couple days ago about the importance of scaling out in front of resistance levels, please make sure you go back and watch that video and then come back and watch the remaining of this video, because there's multiple reasons why it's important to scale out in front of resistance levels. I always suggest to our members, when the stock you're trading makes its first move, if that first move is up into the face of a resistance level, sell something. Okay, I like to sell like 25% of my position on the first move, just in case that resistance level does not break and the trade fails. Now, in that previous video, the two trades, RHE and ANY, both of those trades ended up failing later in the day, but I was still able to walk away profitable on both trades because of that lesson and because of that reason. Today in CHCI, because of that reason, it allowed me to hold on to my position long enough and allowed me to have the patience to hold on to this trade, and instead of taking a loss, netting a 29% gain. Okay, big difference. Okay, big swing, big net swing on from where I almost stopped out of the trade to where I finally ended up selling the position. And it's because taking some profit on a stock's first move, it's so important to take that profit when the stock gives you its first move. Not all your position, but sell something. Okay, that will lock in some profit in case the trade fails, which is the previous video that I made where that was the case with ANY and RHE. But with this video in CHCI, taking that profit, the other thing that it helps you do is hold on to the rest of your position longer. Okay, this touches upon a lot of people ask me they have trouble holding on to their winners and they sell too soon. This will help you stay in the trade longer by taking some profit on its first move. And by me doing that in CHCI, it allowed me to hold on to the rest of my position when normally, had I not taken any profit on the first break, knowing myself and the way that I trade, guys, I do not think I would have held on to this position as long as I did and given it the time and the wiggle room that I gave it in order for the trade to have worked itself out. If I had not taken any profit on the first trade, I'm going to show you in a second, I probably stop out of this position and I bang out of the position and I take my loss, and I'd be very frustrated because later in the day, the stock ended up breaking out and running. Okay, so let's get right to the trade and I'll show you guys what I'm talking about. Let's pan in so we can see what's going on here real time. All right, so you had this CHCI. Okay, pops up, goes crazy. Okay, gets halted, just explodes through the high, gets halted here. Okay, reopens for trade and then pulls in. Okay, and what I want you to notice is that the 38.2 Fibonacci retracement level was lining up perfectly right here at VWAP. Okay, so you can see this support level that was holding here at the 38.2 as VWAP and the 38.2 converge on the same price point right around this $4 area. Okay, so once I saw this support starting to kick in, starting to hold here, I actually got long CHCI right when I saw this little pop in volume. I got long right here at $4.56. Take to my trade announcements. Guys, I traded, like I said, to go the SBOT, my first CHCI, IFON this was very choppy action. I was up, I was down, I was up. Oh, actually, I was down, I was up, I was down, I was up, I was down. So I'm just really talking to you about this 10:33 a.m. alert here. Long tier 1 CHCI at 456, stop loss $4. Okay, $4 is that 38.2 VWAP area that we just spoke about. Okay, so here I am long tier 1 at 456. Let's go back to the chart. There's 456. Okay, once I start to see volume pick up again, I add to the position once again right here, guys, right here at this 465. I got 465 and 466. Okay, in this candle. All right, so now I'm in a tier 2 position long, and the first thing that I did is as soon as we got up to the high of the day here, I took some profit. Okay, this is the key to this entire trade. This next trade that I made, okay, by selling this piece is literally responsible for me catching the 29% gain that I ended up catching later in the afternoon. Back to my trade announcements. Took some profit, CHCI at 530, still holding some. Okay, so 11 minutes after my tier 1 entry, I took some profit off at 530, still holding some. Let's go back to the chart. The high of the day at the time was 540. So as soon as we popped through the high of the day, I sold some right there at 530. Okay, that take profit is the reason why I was able to hold through this pullback. This was, listen, I'm not going to pretend like this was an easy hold because it wasn't, okay? I was down money right in here. Okay, I was negative on the trade now during that pullback, and it broke below some key support levels. I had thought originally when we had pulled in, I said I'm looking for the 23.6 line to hold support, and I'm looking for a VWAP to work its way up to the 23.6, act as more support, find support right here, and then continue higher. Broke below that level, found support at VWAP. I said, okay, VWAP still holding. Then we broke below VWAP. Okay, right here. Now I'm saying, all right, now I'm going to get stopped out of this position. I'm risking down to $4, which was that 38.2 fib line. Okay, I'm going to stop out of this position. Now, I ended up holding on until that 38.2 fib at $4, but it's only because I had already taken profit off the table and I didn't have that much at risk anymore because I locked that profit in. Okay, I was still red on the trade, but I wasn't red big because I had already locked in some profit. Now, had I not sold anything, okay, I probably stop out of this position right there. I just know myself. I know the way that I trade. If I was in full position, I probably stop out of this position, of this trade right there, and I take a loss. But I was able to hold on and hold through this pullback much more comfortably because I'd already taken profit right there on that when the stock made its first move. As we pan over, you can see later on in the afternoon, we regained that 23.6 Fibonacci level. Okay, you can see we regained support at that 23.6 line as we got closer to the afternoon. And then I started to say to myself, okay, well, you know, in hindsight here, or, you know, the big picture, this stock had this big explosive move in the morning, got halted, resumed trading, and never pulled back deeper than the 38.2. The fact that it held the 38.2 Fibonacci level all the rest of the morning and all throughout lunchtime after that big move in the morning is a bullish signal. That is a sign of strength. Okay, so once we got to like 130, this is when I started to get, right in here is when I started to get confident that we were going to make a push in the afternoon, and I was holding on to the rest of my position looking for that push, and sure enough, guys, we got that push later in the afternoon. We pushed up here. I'll take you back to my trade announcements. We got up at 2:21 p.m. Guys, remember, I entered this trade at 10:30 in the morning. It's now 2:20, and I'm selling the bulk of my position at 5:20. Okay, right here, I took some more profit off the table just because I have to be prudent at this point, guys. The stock was just at 415. Now we're back to 520. I'm going to lighten my position a little bit and say, whew, all right, that was close. But I'm still holding on to some Okay, here you can see still holding some in case we break through the high of the day and get that short squeeze type action. And I started to see volume was starting to increase, so that gave me confidence that we were going to break and we were going to push. We were going to get a little type of a squeeze type action, and we pushed up higher. We squeezed. I took my final profit off the table right there at 590. Okay, at 2:39 p.m. Final take profit CHCI 590 for a 29% gain on my final take profit. And it was a great trade. It wasn't an easy hold. This is not an easy pullback. There were plenty of reasons why you could say to me, Mike, I sold out of this. The stock was showing me too many signs of weakness. And I would agree with you. And I'd have no problem saying if you stopped out of that trade during that pullback, there's many arguments you can make on why you should have sold during that pullback. Okay. I was just in a position where I had already taken that profit that I was okay holding on to see if we got the move that we eventually ended up getting. And it takes me back to my original point, why it is so important to take some profit when you're in a trade and the stock makes its first move. When you get that first pop, sell 20% of your position, sell 25% of your position, okay? Because not only does it protect you in case the trade fails, but it also makes it easier to hold on to the rest of your position and give a stock the time it needs to make its move. And that's the lesson to take away from today in the CHCI. Okay, guys, tomorrow, Friday, before Memorial Day, it's typically a slower day. Might get some good action in the morning, but do not expect much in the afternoon. I will be trading tomorrow, but understand and expect a slower day. So be a little bit more patient, maybe scale your position size back a little bit. I expect volume to be lighter. I expect follow through to be lighter going into the long weekend. All right. So good stuff, guys. I'll see you in chat tomorrow. Take care.